Hello friends, I am Sagar Sridesh and in this video we are going to discuss a topic that is actually a major obstacles for most of the student when they apply for visa irrespective of the country that they are applying, be it US, Australia, UK or Canada, and which is ties to your home country and which is your ultimate visa headache. So proving that you have a ties to home country becomes your one of the major factor for your visa acceptance and refusal. So first of all, before going further, I'll explain you a little bit that what is your ties to home country. Look, a visa officer wants when they see your study application purpose, their overall objective to assess your application is that they want to study the genuineness of your application. So when you are applying for the study visa, they want you to visit their country just for the sole purpose of the study and not anything beyond that. So how they understand that your entire intention is to study only and not act like you once you go over there, you seek an immigration or asylum over there. They judge you by looking your ties to home country. So that's the reason why it becomes so important whether you write this thing in your SOP when you apply for the visa application or when they take your interview. So these are the things that plays a major role for your entire visa outcome. So here I'll say that why this question is so important. So I'm going to present you two rejection letters, one from the Canada and another from the Australia, where what the kind of a reason that visa officer has stated. So first one is this is a screenshot of a visa refusal letter from IRCC Canada of one student. Here we can see that the reason that they have given is that I am not satisfied that you will leave Canada at the end of your stay. So why the visa officer is not satisfied that you are going to leave the Canada at the end of your stay? So basically here the student has failed to prove his or her ties to home country. That means the visa officer is not convinced that whatever the course that he is going to opt is going to help back at home for the student. Maybe the student do not has a compelling reason that no one is there at a home for which he have to take the responsibility. So, or there are factors that determines the ties of home country. Here, I just want to tell you that because he or she has failed to prove the ties to the home country, and that's the reason why the visa has been rejected. And in fact, for any country, failing to prove your ties to home country is a major contributor for your visa refusal. Now, this is the screenshot of one of the Australian visa refusal letter, and here the officer has said that I acknowledge that the applicant has family ties to their home country and place some weight on that in favor of the applicant. However, I have concern that these ties may not be a strong enough incentive for the applicant to depart Australia upon completion of their studies. Here, actually, there are different kind of the different factors that we are going to discuss in the next slide. That what kind of ties the visa officer wants to see. Here, the candidate has actually proved that they have a family ties. That means they may have parents who he or she need to take care of, or siblings or someone whose responsibility she has or he has to bear. But then he was satisfied with the family ties, but then the visa officer also wants to get satisfied with the other kind of a factor that once he or she completes the study, what kind of an ROI, because they are putting a lot of money to study over there. So are you really going to justify the amount back at your home, whether you can get that kind of a job back at your country? So they see all such kind of a factor, they analyze all such kind of factors before making a final decision. So even if once have proved their family ties, still their visa was got rejected because the other factor was not as compelling as the visa officer was expecting. So, uh, why actually visa officer wants to assess your ties to home country? Number one is that they want to understand that you are a genuine temporary entrant. So understand that in our country and in most of the country, people try to use various routes just to enter that particular country. So study visa is one of that route. But visa officer or the authority of that country do not want to happen this. They want the person, the student who has a genuine interest in study shall only come to the country for under study visa. If you want to work over there, go with work visa. If you want to reside over there, go as a permanent resident. But when you are applying for the study visa, they want to get assured that your study is the main reason. Here in India, I have seen across in my experience that students just want to go abroad and they are not at all concerned about the courses, the colleges and the university. Such kind of environment is there that we have to accept this, but then they do not want this, and that's why they want to understand that you should be a genuine temporary entrant. Number two, they want to see that you have a stability and responsibilities back at home, because if you have an stability at your home country and you're with your family, and if you have a responsibility, so it gives a strong reason for you that you will come back once you complete your studies. So if you belong to any country which is doing economically bad, or which has a political turmoil and you are applying, so in that such cases your chance of visa refusal becomes greater, because if the economic situation or the political situation in your country is not good, so visa officer assumes that you want to get out of the country by anyways, and want to and will try to seek asylum or refugee or immigration in coming days when you go to that particular country. So visa officer actually raise their eyebrow and usually wants to get fully satisfied that yes, even if you belong to that particular country, your real intention is to study, and once you complete your study, there is a greater chances that you are going back. So when you write your SOP or we give your visa interview, so you have to prove the economic situation and the political situation of your country also, and that's the reason why many countries ask the current affairs question also when they take the visa interview. So this is the thing. Number third one is that you are less likely to become an immigration risk. You know what? Once you enter the border of any country, it becomes a responsibility of that government to take care of your safety and security. So even if you have entered through the study visa, and if you leave your study things and you start seeking asylum or residency or something like this, so it becomes a headache for that particular country, because they had allowed you for study, but now you are asking the government for something else. They are legally bonded to help you, not they are not legally bonded, but then it becomes their duty to assess your entire case, which is time and money consuming. So they do not want to, they in fact want to remove all such kind of a possibility at the very beginning. Next one is that they also see that whether you have a genuine academic and career purpose or not. So suppose if you have done a BCom and now you want to pursue any computer courses, so officer would analyze and would understand that look, the student has so far done and the things in a commerce field, accounts and other kind of a field, and now he's taking the things into the computer. So they will infer from all this that you do not have like a genuine academic purpose, you just want to come and study in any of the university. So how your old course is getting connected with the new course, and how the course that you are going to do is going to justify your entire career. So you have to also give your career plan. So if you are applying for any kind of a course which do not have a great career prospects in future, then also there is a chance that your visa might get rejected. So it becomes your duty that suppose if you are going, just for an example, I'm saying that you are going for a psychology course, masters in psychology. Now if you'll see that as compared to engineering, accounts and business, there are comparatively less opportunities for the psychological course. So here, with the help of data and other facts and figure, it becomes your duty to prove the visa officer that even I'm doing a course which is quite out of league in your country, such and such institutions are working in the field of psychology, they are investing this much money, so I won't be having a problem for finding a job in my home country. And understand, whatever you have to prove from your home country point of view, not that I will have a job opportunity in that particular country. In fact, if you say like this, the chances of your visa refusal may increase because you are not proving your ties to home country. Next one, so it is like this, that when the visa officer reassures himself that you have such kind of a ties, you are likely to return home, which strengthens your application, obviously. Next, going that studying that what are the factors that determine your ties to home country. So number one is your family ties. So if you have a responsibility at your at home back, then there is a strong chance that you have to come back. Like for an example, me, I was for a brief period of time I was at Dubai, then I was at Mumbai, but ultimately I returned to my home state because I was the only son and my parents were aging. So I thought that during their tough time when they become grew more older, it will be tough for me to travel every time. So I wanted to stay closer to them. So even so, this was my reason coming back to my home state. So family responsibilities become a very like a compelling reason, but understand only family ties oftenly doesn't work. Second is the financial ties, and this is one of the factor that actually makes your entire argument of whether you have a ties or not plays an important role. Because if you have a property ownership, if you have a great business ownership or long term, if you means your parent another one, then there is a greater chance, greater probability that you are going to come back. This also shows your stability at your home country. So if you do not get a job over there or anywhere, still you could survive in your home country because you have all such kind of assets with you where you can survive easily. So next is the career and professional ties. So if you have worked in your home country and have taken a break and want to study there, this shows that you are already a person that who has a employability factor. You do not have a problem to find a job and you are going to study there just to upscale your current skills. So it gives a positive impact to the visa officer. In the same way, if you have any job offers with you that states that if you skill yourself with that particular kind of a course that you are going to study, all these factors plays an important role and proves that you have a ties and you will find a reason that to come back to the country. And then social and cultural ties also. So if you are working for any NGO, for any religious place, it shows that you are a responsible person towards the society, and it gives another strong signal to the visa officer that yes, because he is involved in all such kind of good practices, there is a chance that once you complete your study, you will return back to the India. And academic goals and study plans. After financial ties, this is the second most important thing that the visa officer wants to understand, that whatever the course that you are going to study, what is the job prospects once you complete over and return back to the India. So any kind of a sector, say suppose just for an example, if I say that you are coming back and try to work in Ayurveda and something like this. Though Ayurveda has a great possibility over here, but if you state, if you could not prove it by your figure of data, then the visa officer might not get reassured, and that's the reason why the screenshot that I have shown you in the first, that even the candidate was having a family ties, his visa was rejected because he was not satisfied. Visa officer was not satisfied with the other their study plans and academic goals. So by these through these points, along with the supporting documentation, you can effectively establish your strong ties to your home country. So how you do this? Look, these are the factors, but how you can prove this? So these are done by giving an articulate answers, whether in your SOP and visa interview. So there are techniques that how you have to answer all these questions. We have a bank of the questions and we have a like a long-term experience regarding how to answer so as to satisfy your visa officer. We give a professional service to our clients also regarding all this. So if you are seeking such kind of services, you can contact us in this WhatsApp number that is coming on your screen. We have an immense experiences and almost impeccable success record as far as all these things are concerned. And alternatively also, you can discuss with us in a casual way that what are the points that you can discuss. There are lots of do's and don'ts when you try to when you give the answers, whether in your SOP or in your interview. If you want a separate video regarding the kind of an answers that you should give in your SOP or visa interview, just write in your comment box that please make a video on that, and I will be more than happy to help you regarding that also. For today, thanks for watching this video. Signing off right now, and see you in next video. Hope you're doing well, and hope you will do well in your all the future endeavors. Thanks for watching. See you in next video. Till then, take care and bye-bye.